What's up, buddies and kiddos and friendos, guys and gals? We are continuing our adventure through Dark Souls 3, our 100% walkthrough, and in our last episode, we tied up some loose ends of some items that we needed to acquire so that you, if you're following this guide, can also acquire all of the items. So we're ready to go into the Profane Capital, and I'm going to switch over to my Wolf's Knight Greatsword plus 3 for a bit. I'm thinking, what do we got here? We got 299 versus 257. So I'm thinking we're doing all right with this. We're going to want some big ol' swings coming up here pretty soon. So this was the ladder that I was telling you about last time that I was confused about. I don't think I need to ember to get through this part, so I'm not going to use an ember because we're going to pretty much annihilate the boss in this area without any trouble whatsoever. So, you know what they say, overconfidence precedes the fall. So you're going to get shot out by all those rubes down there. So run here. Ow. For some reason, this guy's super duper angry at me. So roll on in. Alright, so these are like the jailers from before, up in the Irithyll dungeon. But they don't have the vision thing that hits you. So I think there's actually going to be a thing that's going to fall down on us here. So you can see why we wanted the big old sweeps of our weapon. So here's a gargoyle, and we're going to have to fight a couple of these gargoyles. So they're not too hard. But they don't, as I immediately take huge damage, they don't really stagger, which is the problem. And they'll use their wing like that as a shield, and then smash you with it like that. So it can be a bit of a pain. Gotta bait their attacks in order to get a hit on. I don't want to waste too much Estus here, but of course Guinness right away has to come in and interfere with the stream or the recording. Guinness has been having a rough go of it. Pardon my phone. He had to go into the vet. He's got like an itchy spot on his back that he's just destroyed himself over trying to scratch it. So he has got a new little lotion to apply. Okay, so in here, kill these ladies. There was 4. I was wondering where the 4th one was. And come down and get your worthless crap. That's down here. This eventually will be a shortcut should we, you know, not be as successful as we want to be with old Yhorm the giant. That's the boss we're going to be facing here. We are going to have help because we've been doing Sigurd's quest because we needed to get that Titanite. So eventually this becomes a shortcut from up above. It's kind of hard to see from here. From up above, you drop down platforms and you can spit yourself out over here, so you don't have to do that juggernaut of flame balls and gargoyles and such. So, yeah, so we're going to have, what's his name, who's going to come and be helping us on old Yhorm. Because the story goes that he and Yhorm made a deal once upon a time that if they eventually went crazy, that the one would kill the other. Should that craziness have set in. Okay. And there's a whole bunch of these dudes here, which are really a problem, because they'll shoot the old fire from their lanterns while you're trying to kill them all. So they do stagger, which is nice. But, you know, why put only a couple enemies when you could put, you know, 20? Okay, so, I think a couple of these are... It's hard to see. I think both of those are mimics, and there's one over here, I think, that is not a mimic. You can always just swing at it, and if it's a mimic, it'll rise up. But there's a trick that I haven't shown you on these mimics, which is you can put... oh, did I use all of them? Oh, no, here they go. You can put these on, and if you throw them at the mimics, it'll put them to sleep, and you can just take their stuff. So, I guess you can't take their stuff, but they won't wake up. Course, I get distracted. But that's what happens. So get your great shield of glory. Oops. Wasted that. And boop. Get your worthless rustical coins times 2. Okay, so we'll take those off our bar. And then we are also going to take off our greatsword. And might as well take off our bow as well. We need to be pretty lightweight because there's a greatsword we're going to be picking up in there. We want to make sure we still have our rolls. So this is kind of a gimmick fight. That you kind of have to figure out on your own. Incidentally, if you're having trouble with Yhorm and you want some help, you can pop an ember, and there is a helper who will show up right here who can come in. Basically, he just makes Yhorm harder. Yhorm's going to be a little bit harder for us here because Seekward is going to be coming in to finish his quest line. So let's get it started. So we're going to need the sword that he has as well.
Yhorm, old friend. I, Secret of the Knights of Katarina, have come to uphold my peace. Let the sun shine upon this Lord of Cinder.
Okay. Normally you don't get a cutscene, but we are going to go and grab the weapon that we need. So you see he's already taken 2,600 of damage. We'll put that on. Where'd it go? Where is it? Well, I'm gonna get slammed looking for this stupid sword. There it is. And you two-hand it, and basically you use the weapon art by charging it with your left trigger, and then holding the left trigger, you wham! And it does intense damage. It takes 5 seconds to charge between slams, so that's where it gets a little bit tricky. But right now, Katarina is tanking him for us. Uh-oh. So once it gets charged, it'll stay charged, so you can roll again. And you want to try to hit him in the head if you can. And he is dead. So you can see he's a big pushover. He is completely anticlimactic. But you want to make sure, before you do anything else, that you have your homeward bones ready, because you're going to need one. Because what it's going to do at this point, because this is the third lord that we've killed, it's going to transport us. But we got the soul of Yhorm, and then we can come here and talk.
It seems I am in your debt once again.
Yes, I've been dragging you through this whole
My
game,
thanks.
dude.
I could have not kept my promise without you.
Well,
Now,
that's how it works.
for a final toast
Yes. And you get a third Siegbrow.
to your valor and my old friend Yhorm.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
Yes.
You are a true friend. Best of luck with your duty.
Okay. So now what happens is this business.
The fire fades and awaits its one last reward. Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul.
Okay, so we're going to end up where the old lady was back in the High Wall of Lothric, where we got the banner. She gave us the banner so we could advance to the Undead Settlement many episodes ago. And that's where it takes us. And there will be a boss fight that is quite difficult if you talk to this lady, so don't. Homeward bone out of here, because you've got 66,000 souls that you do not want to be entering this boss fight with, because we're going to do some other things before we go to that boss fight. So we will return here, take off the Storm Ruler because it is worthless. It will do nothing for you at this point, so you might as well take it off. We'll put our bow back on, our black bow of Ferris. And let me show you what the soul of Yhorm will get for you. So you can get Yhorm's machete if you are a strength build. It requires 38 strength, and it weighs 19 pounds, so it is a beast. You can also get his shield, which requires 40 strength, and is 20.5 pounds. So you're not doing much rolling. You are just tanking, face tanking everything if you're going to use these items. This has pretty good defenses all the way down, so it's one of the better shields in the game if you're not worried about being at all mobile. Of course,
The firekeeper.
we are not going down that road, so we're going to chomp that soul. So let's go ahead and chomp a whole bunch of souls that we got here. Again, if you do that, you can use them one right after another. So we're going to be grabbing the key, the tower key at this point. It costs 20,000 souls. And we're going to move up into the tower to get some of the stuff up there. And the Soul of Yhorm gets you 20,000, which is a pretty good deal considering how jokey the fight is. So we got plenty to grab this key. And to my understanding, there's no way to get that up there where we need to go without getting that key. So we got enough for a level or two. So let's go do that as well. We want our stuff to hit harder. We are going to need more endurance, so I think once we get these up a little bit, we'll start dumping into endurance to get that up to 40 at least. I think our vigor's going to be okay for a while.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Okay. I don't think I have any, yeah, I don't. Shards I was talking about. So now we're going to go up here where we did our trick jump in our very first episode. So trip down memory lane on episode, I think we're on episode 25. For some reason it has these fog mechanics, which I've never quite understood, like why that is that way. Incidentally, if you didn't kill Patches, he'll be here, and you can buy the stuff from him here. But if you did kill him, then you give his ashes to the Shrine Maiden like we did, and you can buy all his stuff there. Most importantly, the poison arrows. So that's the key that we just bought. I haven't been really taking time to look at the views. Stop and check out the views, because they're pretty. Alright, so we're going to just kind of whoop, and whoop, and kick down this ladder, because now that will take you up to this is actually where you're supposed to talk to the crows, not down below. So if you leave, and you gotta go through their stupid dialogue. So we're gonna leave a couple seat brows. Where are they? Where did they go? Am I just not seeing them? I thought they were on this panel. Is anybody else? Oh, there they are. Derpity derp derp derp. So we're going to leave one. They're very excited with the Seagrow. And now you get Solaire's Armor of the Sun. So if you want to be a sun bro, this is how you do it. Leave the second Seagrow.
You. Not that. Enough.
Oh. I was thinking I leave that. There must be something else I'm supposed to leave to get the helm. I'm going to have to research that. because you leave something else up here and you get the helmet. I think you can also leave rubbish here once and get something. So let's see what that does.
You. No. No.
And it might need to trigger through a boss fight or something. Not sure. Maybe we were supposed to turn in that before, then beat Yhorm, then come back with another Seekbrow. I'll research it and try to figure it out. So we're going to head back up the stairs. Actually, no, we didn't want to do that because there's some stuff down over here. So, sorry about that. Sorry about that. You want to come over here. Now, if you were to go over here and drop down, that's where we killed, or that's where we cheesed the Swordmaster off the ledge. There are going to be a couple lizards over here. I think there's 2. Get your twinkling. Or I could be wrong. Maybe there's just one. Apparently, yeah, there's just one. We've got a lot of twinkling titanite. We got to figure out something that we're going to use that on. I wish the weapons would indicate what their upgrade materials were, rather than having to figure it out by going to the deal. Okay, so we're going to come out here and come on up. We are going to get a Firekeeper soul up here, which is going to be important for us. And then could have sworn there was something around here on one of these ledges. I was sworn there used to be something right here. That could be a New Game Plus thing. I don't see anything down there. Okay. So that's fine. Now we are most likely going to lose our Ember. Trying to get some items here. There is some gear right there, and in order to get that, you really just want to sprint off the edge here, and you know, 9 times out of 10 you'll miss it, but I managed to be lined up properly. And then you gotta really, so if you want to be your Firekeeper, you can get your Firekeeper gear and then jump down and grab the Estus ring. The Estus ring makes your Estus heal for much more. Our ring slots are all pretty important right now, so we're not going to use that, but it is quite powerful. It's surprisingly powerful. So especially late game, if you're getting just ruined and you need your Estus to work stronger, that is definitely the way to go. So this is where the master was that we killed and got back and got the Uchigatana and the master's attire from here. And now he's dead. So we can come in here And I don't know how much the Firekeeper's soul is worth. I don't even know if does this lady buy souls? I don't think so. She does not. So, you can give her the Firekeeper soul.
Ashen One, this is much like what then let it find. She will understand.
So now she is able to heal your Dark Sigil. But as you'll see here, it costs 303,276 souls to heal the Dark Sigil. So that is absurd. If you put in that much, you can heal the Dark Sigil if you want, and not be an ugly dude anymore. But that is a ridiculous waste of resources. So we are not going to do that. That's more of kind of I want to say a New Game Plus thing where you have that many souls just sitting around that you aren't using. But that's like multiple levels, so we're not going to do that. Okay, so that's going to be it for this episode, sports friends, and we will continue our adventure next time. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.